What's that win done for the side?
Yeah, I think it's a performance we can get a lot of confidence out of. I thought it was probably our first performance where we've sort of played for 80 minutes, which is really pleasing. I think we've talked about probably how we've been inconsistent in games, but I thought we played for a full 80, which was really pleasing.
And to restrict them to just the one try as well. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I think when we're defending, well, it's when we're playing our best, and I thought we defended really well on the weekend. I think, we controlled possession pretty well, and we ended our sets really well, and then that allowed us to defend like we did. So, it's something we can take a lot of confidence out of, and it's something we've got to continue to do.
There's improvements across the board, but what about the half-back partnership? Where do you feel that is right now?
Yeah, I think it's building, mate. I think it was probably the best we'd sort of played as a partnership on the weekend. And I think, we're pretty pleased with our end of sets and controlling the game. So, it's always a work in progress, I suppose. Still, I think we've probably played 3 or 4 games together now, me and Gasky. So he's missed a few through injury. So, it's going to continue to build. And I really like on Gasky. He's a player that's probably got contrasting styles to me. I think I've said it before. He's likes to run the footy, and I can sort of just look after the organising. So I think that works well for the team.
Contrasting styles, but similar sizes as well. 2 very tall halfbacks. Sort of bucks the trend a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit. I think Gasky's probably even bigger than me, which is I think I'm sort of one of the big halves in the comp. So I think I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just probably a bit indifferent, but I suppose it is.
It's a good thing when you're defending on an edge and they're not going to try and go over the top of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's probably one positive about it. I think Gasky's a good defender, and obviously there's not a massive target there for teams to try exploit.
London, first trip down there. What are you expecting from it?
Yeah, it's obviously a bit different being on a 4G pitch or whatever it is. So I've never played on one of them. I've trained. Obviously, here we've got one, but it's going to be a bit different. But they've played some really good footy this year. Obviously, they've surprised a lot of teams. So it's a team we can't take lightly. I think they've proven in the past couple of weeks that if you take them lightly, they're going to put a performance on you. So we're expecting a really really tough game, and we can take a lot of confidence out of the weekend, as I said.
You have to be ready for a quicker game.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I suppose the conditions probably suit a quicker game, obviously the 3G, and obviously being a day game, we haven't had a day game yet, so I'm pretty excited not to play with chewy, wet conditions. Hopefully the rain holds off. I think that's going to suit us. I think we can throw the footy around a bit more, which was exciting, and but yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough challenge, and we'll be ready for it.
What would it do for the side to get back-to-back wins for the first time this year?
Yeah, it's going to be big. Obviously, we haven't done it this year yet, so I think if we can string a few together now and get on a bit of a roll and really kickstart the season, it's going to put us in a decent position. So, it starts this weekend, and I think we'll go Wakefield away, which is another tough game. So, if we can win these 2 games, it's going to set us up for a big Easter period, and then hopefully kick on to the finals later on in the year.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
That was always the target, wasn't it? I remember speaking to some of you guys before that. You saw these 2 weeks as massive in terms of getting your season going, so you're halfway there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we sort of, after that Saints game, we really wanted to get these 2 victories, and I think even going to Wakefield, we've got to expect to win that game. Obviously they're a tough team, but if we can sort of string these wins together, I think we're going to grow as a team and grow confidence. And there's a couple of teams that are sort of on similar amount of points. So obviously you don't want to look at the table too early on in the year, but if we can put ourselves in that sort of middle cluster of teams that are vying for that finals position, it's going to be positive for us.
It's obviously your first season in Super League. Are you surprised to see 2 names like Wigan and Leeds down there the other end of the table?
Yeah, it is. I think everyone's probably a little bit surprised by it, to be honest. I suppose Wigan had those points deducted, which hasn't helped their cause. But I think it's a good thing for the Super League, sort of showing how teams are catching up, and I think the talent is spread amongst the competition, which is a really good thing. I think we've had that back home the last couple of years. There hasn't been, obviously you got your Melbournes and your Roosters that are always up there, but there's teams that, they're always vying for final positions, and I think it's just coming towards closer to that over here as well, which is a real positive for the comp.
You've got up against Jordan Abdul. Just a quick word on what he's been like so far for London, with his left foot kicking game especially.
Yeah, he's controlled the games really well. Obviously he's got a great kicking game, and they're playing some really good footy. They sort of like to throw the footy around. Obviously they play down on that 4G pitch, which allows them to do that a bit. So, I know for me, it's going to be different kicking on those conditions. Obviously the bounce of the ball can be a bit unpredictable. So I think he plays their conditions really well, and he's a real threat.